energies to be carried within the song file. But what were the first mentions of Memphis rap sigils on the internet?
How would that work? I see that kind of shit in horror movies all the time. So, like... This new video first. I want to know what the most demonic song is. How was your piss? I told you guys that for Valentine's Day, Tiana and I cooked pasta, right? Every time I've peed since then, it has literally smelt like that pasta. That shit has coated my entire urine. So it's kind of cool. Like, it smells good, which is rare. But yeah, that's how that piss went.
So now we have the basic recipe for how to create a Memphis rap sigil. Murder somebody, record it, chop up the audio and sample it.
Oh, hold on, I gotta take notes.
Rap with your buddies over the murder beat, put it on a mixtape, sigil created. Sell the mixtape, people listen to it, sigil charged, profit. Wait, what? Hey guys,
that's
my
easy
name
to
is
follow.
Tov, and today we will be talking about the most demonic song on the internet. We're almost at 700,000 subscribers.
Damn!
Yeah,
Pop it off,
man. It's kind of overwhelming, but at the same time, it's like it's awesome. And I'm not gonna make a super long intro this time. Let's get straight into the topic. So I want to give credit to Song Theory over on TikTok for making a popular TikTok on this matter. And someone actually tagged me in the comments. Sorry, I don't remember who it was, and I couldn't find your comment. But someone tagged me. They're like, "Yo, Tov, this is perfect for your channel." And yeah, it is.
I also just realized I've been saying Tuv instead of Tov.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Over on the Iceberg Charts subreddit. Yes, I'm talking about icebergs. No. We're not making another iceberg, dude. No. Nah, I don't know. If we ever make another iceberg on the channel, I don't know. It'll be like in... Today we're going to be talking about Memphis rap sigils.
Yeah, I've never even heard of this.
Well, to answer that question, first we must inform ourselves about Memphis rap. You see, in the 90s, Memphis rap had its own underground community. Now, rappers wouldn't just rap over simple boom bap beats, but instead over extremely dark and gritty instrumentals, while rapping about darker subject matter. Oh,
I wanted to read that.
Pioneers often credited to this style include 3 6 Mafia, Ghetto Boys, DJ Spanish Fly, Grave Diggers, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and more. This hip-hop subgenre became known as horrorcore. Like I was saying before, they're not rapping about your average stuff. They're rapping about chopping people up and then throwing them in the trunk and then eating them later, right? They're rapping about the craziest stuff.
Those were 3 6 lyrics?
The genre also frequently presents...
Alright, sorry to like immediately go into the tangent, but I used to love 3 6 Mafia. They're the same ones that was, Put That Money in My Hand. Ah, fuck. What was that song? I was literally singing it today. Stay Fly. That was the one. I used to love that song. I thought they were just like pretty simple rap. Oh yeah, Poppin' My Collar. I remember that one too. Actually, they weren't the same song, were they?
So yeah, technically Tyler the Creator's Bastard and Goblin could be considered horrorcore. So now that we got through Memphis rap, let's talk about sampling.
Their 90s shit
sampling
was wild.
Is the reuse of a sound recording in another recording. Samples may comprise elements such as rhythm, melody, speech, sounds, or entire bars of music, and may be layered, equalized, sped up or slowed down, repitched, looped, or otherwise manipulated. Basically, there are 2 ways to sample in music. Sampling when it comes to lyrics could mean that an artist just reused the same words, lyrics, flow as another artist. An example of this could be Way Too Sexy by Drake featuring Future and Young Thug, as they sampled Right Said Fred's 2009 song I'm Too Sexy. Now you can make the argument that they just stole the chorus and changed some words in it, which, yeah, that's exactly what they did. The laws when it comes to sampling are very confusing, and has also led to many artists being sued. An example of sampling when it comes to beats is a lot easier to find, as many popular tracks today are created using guitar riffs or drum patterns from older songs. My favorite sampler...
What is it, the 4 chords? What do they call it?
Tyler the Creator and Kanye West. Literally look up Tyler the Creator samples or Kanye West samples on YouTube, and you will be amazed at how they create something so new and so fresh out of something that has existed for years. Now, what is a sigil? A sigil is a type of symbol used in magic. The term has been referred to a type of pictorial signature of a deity or spirit. No, not NFTs. In modern usage, especially in context like of NFTs magic, for sigil refers to a symbolic representation of the practitioner's desired outcome. So basically, it's something with symbolic representation in the context of magic. When we say the practitioner's desired outcome, that means whoever is, in this case, making a song, right? They want an outcome out of it. I promise, it gets less confusing as we go forward. I just wanted to define the terms before we actually talk about
makes sense to me.
The most demonic song on the internet.
It's like
so we
Full Metal
explained 90s Memphis rap, we explained sampling, and we explained what a sigil is. So now let's talk about, supposedly, the most demonic song on the internet. No, I'm not talking about Five Nights at Freddy's Nightcore. I'm talking about something much more sinister. So the song is apparently named Rap.mp3. Yeah,
cool
what a
name.
unique name. We'll get into the specifics of the song later, but like I was saying in the intro, a Memphis rap sigil is an instrumental created using samples of murders and R-word, which is then rapped over by a person or group of people. These cases more so than likely were recorded by the parties themselves rather than being ripped from a horror movie or snuff film, though that is also an option. This theory also states that the dead bodies of the victims were in the room the song was being recorded in, leading to demonic energies to be carried within the song file. But what were the first mentions of Memphis rap sigils on the internet?
How would that work? I see that kind of shit in horror movies all the time. So like, there's dead bodies in a room and they're recording a song. How does their energy make it to the song? I feel like that's the last place they would want that. Like, if such a thing was real, I feel like their energy would be concentrated on how the fuck can I kill the people that just killed me. It'd be like a vengeful spirit. I'd be like, I'm gonna make this song trash. This song is gonna sound like actual dog shit. Like, it wouldn't be like infiltrating the actual music itself, I don't think. But I've seen that shit in horror movies too. I remember there was what was it called? It was basically the same idea. A lady killed herself on Zoom, or it was Skype back then, on Skype, because she, I don't know, she just wanted to. It wasn't unfriended, but it was something like that, like declined friend request or something. And she killed herself on Skype, and then her energy infiltrated Skype itself and haunted the people that she sent a friend request to on Skype or some shit like that. So like she became the cyberspace. You know what movie that is? It's bullshit. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm just... Have some goddamn fun. Suspend your disbelief for a moment. Jesus Christ. No, not Unfriended. Unfriended is the one that's entirely on Skype. Oh, it was, Facebook, not Skype. I'm sorry. Facebook. It was a movie, it was Facebook. And she was, outcast in school. And... fuck. Friend request. Thank you. That was the one. Yep, it was friend request. Yep, this one. Movie Big Stinky, but it's basically the same thing, but without rap music. So this girl wanted to be the friend of this other girl, and she declined the friend request or something, or ignored it. I don't even think she like straight up declined it. And then in response, she made a video of her killing herself, and then every time she sent a friend request, it was like haunting her or something. It's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, they use that a lot in horror movies and stuff. I feel like when you die, you become like the least powerful version of yourself. I don't feel like when you die, you're just like releasing data into the universe where you can like infiltrate the cyberspace, powering a sigil.
2020, the rap conspiracy Iceberg appeared in the Iceberg Charts subreddit. So it doesn't actually say rap.mp3, it says the 4 Owls. And the 4 Owls is basically 4 bands connected to Memphis rap sigils. I really think they should have just put Memphis rap sigils, but yeah, it's 4 Owls on the Iceberg. As I'm editing the video again, I realized that there are multiple hip-hop conspiracy icebergs. I don't know how many there are, but I found another one that
Christ's dick worship? What? World War III happened in 1995? What the fuck is all of this? The driver killed JFK. Demolition elves. Holocaust denial. Finland doesn't exist. Are these like groups? North American Man-Boy Lovers Association, NAMBLA. Manatee equals human subspecies. Stephen King killed John Lennon. I know, this is the only one I know. Gang stalking. Gang stalking is from it's only like experienced in people that experience paranoia, where they believe everyone at all times is watching them. We watched the whole documentary on it once. Gang stalking is really sad. It's not even like a goofy conspiracy, it's just really sad. I need to take a screenshot of this and look some of this shit up.
I found another one that actually does say Memphis rap sigils at the very end, but there's another one that says...
Oh my god, it just keeps going. Holy shit. The sky is alive. Ocean doesn't exist. Moon built by NASA.
Says rap.mp3. I just want to make that super clear. Let's continue. Doing research on rap.mp3 isn't that easy considering how simple the name is. I did find someone asking about it on that same subreddit.
I do remember that one, Tori. That one was really scary.
Can someone explain to me what the hell is rap.mp3? I have searched it online and it gives me very little results. Okay, so I just saw a video that talks about rap.mp3. It basically says that there are 3 theories about it. 1. A missing kid's phone was found and it only had 1 audio file. You know which one, which has secret codes, subliminal messages, or induces 2. The second theory states that it may be a 13-second audio, which all rappers use subliminally on their albums to manipulate listeners. 3. This theory states that there are 8 songs by 8 different bands. Each song narrates, directly or indirectly, the murders committed by each of the members of each band. The negative energy caused by these murders is found within these songs. And I can't help but agree with this Redditor. Wow, I never thought I'd say that. Wow.
No, Redditors are
these theories sound extremely corny. I mean, the one about the teen, it was found on his phone, like that's so, no. But we need to go back further in time.
This song better be fucking terrifying.
All credit to X-Files of Rap. They have an amazing blog post which helped me a lot for the research of this section. So as we can see here, the idea was being talked about on 4chan's paranormal image board in 2017. Enema. I honestly didn't even know icebergs were a thing in 2017, and I felt so embarrassed when I found this out because I'm like, dude, my most viewed video is an iceberg. Yeah, that's an L for me. 2017, dude, I was 12 that year. But wait, what's this? Finally, we get links to some examples.
Bro, I'm fucking old.
Yeah, we are gonna listen to.
2017 was 5 years ago.
Response to the person that was asking. So as you can see, he links 2 videos right here. Both of these tapes, if you can find originals, have what you're looking for. The idea is sort of that because the artists/producers committed several murders and the location where they took place holds a lot of leftover soul energy from the lives that were taken. The lingering energy of known tragedies in the area goes back as far as the history of the United States with some big Indian massacres, then onto slavery, then Civil War. Basically, if you believe the Luciferian idea that it's possible to take a life and manifest that energy into something that becomes real in a sort of ritual, there would be some kind of medium between the spirit world and the world we know to be true. The life energy slash the death energy slash the demon slash the magnetic taping in a cassette. I record my videos in my underwear. There's no way every other YouTuber does not do that. Especially faceless YouTubers, bro. You know they're naked making their videos. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Like I just read, another 4chan user that I agree with. The last one was a Reddit.
I'll set the record straight. I don't.
Agreeing with these
I'm usually wearing pants.
With this idea of spirituality and taking people's lives and using that energy to make a song for your wishes to come true. And by visiting the first link, it's actually taken down. But the second one is up and I listened to it. Now, what does the song sound like? Want me to be honest? It's pretty bad. Incoming cherry soda comments. Stop. So I know you guys are wondering what the song sounds like, and I want to hear it. I'm literally gonna upload this video private, see if I get a copyright claim, and then just give it to you.
Who's gonna copyright it? The devil?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I'm still gonna add the lyrics. But yeah, I'm gonna add the lyrics on the screen. If you get uncomfortable when people, I guess, rap about murder, I don't know if you've heard that before, but then I guess to skip. It gets pretty dark. And no, you're not gonna get possessed by listening to this. Like the rumors are that if you listen to this,
imagine though,
or I don't know what rumors kids be making up these
days.
Eyes
roll in the back of my head and I start flying.
About haunted files. So here is an example of a Memphis rap sigil.
Oh, this isn't the... I thought this was the most demonic one. You better be coming to cool when you fucking get the GGS click walking through the graveyard. This is the niggas I ripped apart. Up with his head, look at him bleed. Then I left him in the dark side. Go like no. Or yo, I'm kinda cold. Go grab that hoe and get the gasoline. Strike a match, 3 steps back, cause I am insane. So there's one final step to these sigils, and that's charging them. They need energy in order to accomplish the task. I'm so confused.
So after making multiple sacrifices, aka murdering innocent people, what's the perfect way to charge an audio file? That's right, making it into a listenable 3 to 4 minute
Reminded me
song.
of the beginning of Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz.
Witchcraft has been long around before rappers started doing it. By the way, I just want to mention that this is a theory. No one has been caught, as far as I know, with dead bodies in the studio, especially signed artists. Or I don't know, maybe Hollywood, well, it's Hollywood. On 4chan had this to say, which I think correlates with the whole charging aspect. Memphis is a regional hotbed of occultism, according to some sources. They ritually murdered some people in the name of Satan, that apparently made them rich and famous for a few years. Even if 3 6 Mafia isn't directly involved, their name is a direct reference to what happened. 3 6 Mafia became really famous really fast, and then fell into obscurity within a short amount of time.
They stopped making music. What do you mean? 3 6 Mafia got popular because they pumped out some bangers in like 2006, and then after that they're like, yeah, probably enough. What was the last time they made a song? Oh, it's not some like weird mystery. It's not like Luciferian sigil charging. Let me see, what was their last song? Oh, they came back. The reunion tour. Oh, actually, wait, 3 6 Mafia, didn't one of the members pass away and they made a music video with the dude's open casket? Or am I misremembering? I'm right? I think that was them, actually. According to some sources, they toured with Lord Infamous's casket. But then there's also people claiming that that was actually a lie. Because I do kind of remember that. After the passing of Lord Infamous, one of the 3 6 Mafia members... fuck, I accidentally skipped. But yeah, apparently they did do something with Lord Infamous's casket for their tour. 36 Mafia equals 666 Mafia. Yeah, I remember that.
Alright, so I have to disagree with the last statement because 36 Mafia is still to this day known as one of the most legendary rap groups of all time. Not better than Brockhampton, though. I have made a severe and continuous lapse of my judgment. Apology.
Do people still like 36 Mafia?
Opinion, guys. So rap.mp3.
People don't really talk about them.
File. Sadly, it hasn't been found yet.
Wubby unofficial raid. Hey, thank you, Wubby.
It doesn't even exist. It's
Hope
just
you had a
the
great
idea
stream
of these Memphis rap sigils, not an actual song. But I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. Okay, I know you guys really wanted to hear rap.mp3, so I'll play for you guys a Memphis rap sigil that genuinely made me uncomfortable. The reason it made me uncomfortable is because of the background noise. Okay, so if you guys watch Gore, wow, what a nice way to start a sentence. So if you guys watch Gore, there's a chance that you guys have
any
seen
Gore enthusiasts?
If you guys have not seen that video, don't look it up. It's not worth it. And I know you guys always look up whatever I say not to, but I'll just explain it really quickly here. It's a Gore video of, I believe it's 2 or 3 Russian young adults that are just, you know, finishing off. Oh, that sounds even worse, actually. They basically kill a homeless man that they found on the street in the woods.
Yeah, and this was a big one back in the day.
It's super pixelated, just like every other Gore video, and it's just like straight to the face,
breaking
everything, you know. And it's like you could hear this man's
this one's super fucked.
Groan. Then again, it just could be my mind making stuff up and scaring myself, or it could just be someone actually moaned on the mic, right? They groaned on the mic, or it could be a dog growling.
If it actually is from the Hammer video, I can't play that on Twitch for obvious reasons. That would be a fucked thing to sample though. The video he's talking about was another old viral shock video. It was a real case where some Russian kids beat to death some guy with a hammer, filmed it, posted it online. I believe all of them are currently serving life sentences. It's not sampled from that? You're sure?
Late at night I'm spooked, I stay quiet talking to the tens. Evil scriptures capture me, I want it for my evil sins. Creep in the light, yes I'm licking but I'm seeing dog. Whisper street where I be, where them niggas going hard. Lurking to the other side of the lake is where I calculate. Stay on my hustle clocking cheese, but I'm in the days for a buster sucker that be
yeah, I can't tell. That was either a really distorted fart or maybe Tuve's right. I'm really not sure. I'm just not even gonna take the chance, to be honest. Either way, song was trash.
I realized I never gave my actual opinion while filming, so I'll just do it now. Though I personally do not think that these Memphis rap sigils were actually, how do I say this, real? I can imagine that something like this has happened in the past with music. But what I'm saying, it's probably not that likely that, for example, 36 Mafia did this, right? But there's also no proof that it hasn't happened by less known artists. That's my statement on this whole theory. This video was a little bit different because we're talking about a theory with, well, not really that much evidence, but a lot of spirituality terms involved, which, you know, somewhere out there in the world, people actually have done this, right? Like, it's not like it just hasn't happened. Of course, it's
I want to hear the rap.mp3.
Not only, if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. If you guys are not subscribed and you would like to subscribe, then make sure to subscribe. Also,
wait,
what's
that?
On Instagram. I posted a picture of
that
me
one
and
was
Tesla.
The rap.mp3.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a Tesla type of dude. Yeah, I don't know what an oil change is. I don't know what that is. I charge my car like an iPhone. I get a lot of, like, not hate comments, but like people annoyed. Like, you say thank you too much. I'm like, damn. Those are the type of hate comments I get. People saying I say thank you too much. That's so weird. Like, you guys complain,
that is fucking
not you
weird.
guys, but like people complain about everything, and I'm not gonna stop thanking you guys, man. My dream car, I bought it at 19. It's a blessing. And just go check my Instagram. I probably posted like a sentimental video over there. All my Patreon members get to talk to me privately.
Hey, shout outs to Jake, who every time I start a stream says all I do is say thanks.
Love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time I upload.
That really is a weird complaint. For some reason, people really do get upset when you say thank you. Thanks to the resub, Rice Stretto. Yeah, I had never heard of this whole rap sigil shit. I thought that demonic song was gonna be a lot different. I thought it was going to be one of those weird witch talk things, but it seems like it's more just a creepypasta based around the idea of a weird rap song. More tube, please? Jeez, more tube, please? Nah. I don't... So he only has 130 videos, and we've gone through a lot of them now, because I really like his content, so I've got to savor it. Yeah, I don't know, it's so ingrained. I know it's tough. It's not too... Well, you just fucking reminded me of something. Have any of you guys seen this? What was his name? I saw it on Reddit like a week ago, and it happened last year. A guy got fired from, I think it was like the Washington Post, because he was voice crack jerking off on a Zoom call with all of his colleagues. And then they brought him on to CNN and had him explain why he was masturbating on Zoom. So it was such an uncomfortable segment. The lady's like, You may see we're joined by fucking Dick McButtman, whatever his name is. And you may remember he was recently fired for masturbating on camera. So what's up with that? And then just like interview him right to his face about why he was jerking off. I only watched like the first 40 seconds and I was like, oh my god, this is rough. Oh god, yeah, they had him come on CNN to address it. Oh, it was painful. Hey Jeff.
It has been a while.
Hey, how's that dick hanging? Just kidding, I already know. I saw it.
What's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll...
Yeah, I just don't understand why they'd do this. I mean, it's fucking CNN viewers. They could have just brought him back. No one would have said shit. They probably didn't even know that this man's meat came out at some point in front of his colleagues and fucking full-blown Louis C.K'd them or whatever. I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm so glad it happened. Because she has to sit here and he has to sit here and explain the masturbation for 10 fucking minutes. Like I said, I only watched like the first minute or so. It is goofy. Take it away.
Help yourself.
Okay.
Yes, please. I'm excited.
In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera.
Yes. And I'll do it again, too.
Fired from that job after 27 years of working there.
Threw it away.
And you, since then, have been on leave from CNN. Do I have all that right?
That's a pretty good lore update.
Sad to say.
Okay, so let's start there.
Okay.
To quote Jay Leno, what the hell were you thinking?
Well, obviously, I wasn't thinking very well or very much, and it was something that was inexplicable to me.
It was probably exhilarating, though.
I wouldn't exactly say in my defense, because nothing is really in my defense. I didn't think I was on the call. I didn't think other people could see me.
You thought that you had turned off your camera?
Correct.
Yeah.
I thought that I had turned off the Zoom call. Now, that's not...
Even this guy in the back's like, are you fucking serious? You're telling me this guy masturbated on a Zoom call? What? Like, he's just now getting this information like I did. And he's shocked. Just as shocked as I was. But I do have to appreciate Toobin's work ethic. They took just a couple minute break, apparently. Like, they were on a Zoom call going over business, you know, doing business shit. And apparently, like, all right, we're going to take a brief recess. Everyone go get yourself a coffee or something. And in the brief 30 seconds that the people weren't there, the man just whips his cock out and goes to town. Like, damn. He's about efficiency. You could say a lot of things about Jeffrey Toobin. I've never heard that name in my life. But I'm assuming you can say a bunch of bad shit about him. One thing you can't say, though, is he doesn't know how to jerk it. And he doesn't, you know, live for the thrill, to say. Like, I have to at least appreciate that. I have to give kudos where they're due.
Defense. This was deeply moronic and indefensible, but I mean that is part of that. That is part.
That is an alpha move.
And you know,
Sigma
I have spent
set.
the 7 subsequent months, miserable months in my life. I can certainly confess, trying to be a better person. I mean, in therapy.
What a weird... Why are you in therapy? You were the one that fucking brought out the one-eyed snake on a Zoom call with your colleagues. And I would wager... I don't know this guy. I'm not going to sit here and Reddit armchair psychologist this man. But I would wager he had to know that there was some level of danger to it. Something like the thrill is what got him horned up. There had to be something to it. But why the fuck are you in therapy? Like, jerking off doesn't make you a bad person, but what you did does. Like, what puts you in therapy? Your fucking colleagues, based on the size of your meat, probably needed therapy. Like, he's not the victim here. I see this all the time. And I also didn't get the conclusion on whether or not he finished. I don't know if he blew his load. If I had to guess, when his colleagues came back, it was just like uproarious screams and squealing, like a Wilhelm scream or something, like, oh my god, Toobin, what are you doing? Oh, put it away.
Have you ever thought about what it must have been like to be on the receiving end of that Zoom call?
Yes, and you're welcome.
I thought about it. I've spoken to several of my former colleagues at the New Yorker about it, and you know, they were shocked and appalled, and it was that day that I began apologizing, and that is something that I have tried
What a
to
hero.
continue to do, both publicly and privately. You know, we've covered a lot of political scandals, and we've heard what I like to think of as the politician apology, which is,
What does
you know, I'm
politics
sorry if
have
you
to
were
do with this,
offended.
though?
Which always
Unless your
sounds
dick
to
was
me
left
like,
or
I
right
said the
leaning, I
words,
guess.
Now get off my back. That's exactly what I've tried not to do. I mean, I have tried, and I'm trying now, to say how sorry I am. Sincerely, I'm sorry to my former colleagues.
Are you sorry to me, Jeffrey?
I'm sorry to my current.
Say I'm sorry to
still
Charlie.
Colleagues at CNN.
I would love to know why he started jerking off during the meeting.
I mean, one of
just
the
during a
ironies
recess.
But I am not going to come up here and like split
Yeah.
hairs and try to come up with justifications or explanations.
Zoom calls are going to be a lot
As
more
long
fun
as
with
it's
Jeffrey
stupid and
Toobin
I'm
around.
trying
You
to
never
be
know
a
what you're
better
going to get now.
I do want to get to
a nice wild
the
card.
New Yorker decision was and the consequences.
Next time he might finger his own butthole.
After you had worked there for 27 years, you were fired. They said after an internal investigation. And as a result, he is no longer affiliated
Because
with
we
our
saw his
company.
cock.
Do you know what else they found?
I wish they
do,
kept
actually.
going.
I was told very specifically by the people involved that they looked at my entire career at the New Yorker, 27 years, and found that there had been no complaints about me. There are no surprises out there about my conduct, that I am worried that there is there's a skeleton that's going to be found.
That's spoken like a man who still has a couple good jerks left in him on Zoom calls. Let me see. It's been a while. Has he done it again? Is he a repeat offender? He just recently tweeted with a bunch of pasta. Since we couldn't make it to the Super Bowl, we brought Cincinnati to NYC. And it looks like he's just got a bunch of pasta. Okay, alright. Pretty squeaky clean so far, Toobin. I'll keep my eyes peeled just in case. Check X video. Yes, perhaps he's performing under another alias. Let's see. This is dangerous. I'm going to click on it, and I already know I'm going to regret it. It says, leaked video, Jeffrey Toobin's Zoom call. I found a screenshot from the actual Zoom call. He was ass naked. Really? So they actually... Oh, okay, hold on. Don't act like you've never forgotten to turn off your stream and yanked it on cam. Happens to the best of us. Bro, I think about that shit all the time. I've never once made that mistake in my life, but I just keep thinking, what if today's the day? Oh well. Maybe one day. He'll slip up again. That's the face of a man who's considering doing it right now on the CNN apology, like weighing the pros and cons. I could just jerk off again right now.
I'm incredibly grateful to CNN for taking me back, but other people are going to weigh in about whether it was appropriate for them to get rid of me and for CNN to keep me.
It'd be hard to stay employed after doing something like this.
Shows have had a feel.
I have been aware that not every crime deserves the death penalty, so I don't think there's a lot of hypocrisy involved in a claim for leniency on my part, but it is true that people had fun with this, and I am enough a person in the world to know people were going to have fun with it.
Well, I mean, on that,
really?
O.J. Simpson
He has that level of
like,
self-awareness? That's pretty impressive.
And I think that it could be unpleasant.
Fuck yeah, it will.
I really don't think so. My dad used to say something.
Jeffrey, on that note, should we move on to the news?
Sure, let's.
No, fuck that. That's boring. Talk more about him masturbating. I love that they did that on air for no reason. I couldn't imagine a better situation. Hey, look who we brought. As a guy fucking masturbated on Zoom in front of all of his colleagues. Hey, so what's the deal with that, huh, buddy? Maybe he started an OnlyFans? I wish he doubled down. Like, okay, here's what you guys missed on the Zoom call, and then a link to his OnlyFans. That would be great. That would be pretty cool. Do you have an OnlyFans? I tried the secret foot fetish OnlyFans, but it never worked. The whole thing was supposed to be an experiment to see if you can go from literally nothing to a successful OnlyFans career, and I've completely failed it. The Rusia drama? Oh, I was actually just learning about that today from Ludwig, and I believe it was Rev? Yeah. It's more parasocial yuckiness. Oh, apparently, what did... without getting too deep into the weeds of the drama, what did HoloLive say? What was their official announcement? I'll explain in a second, but what was their official announcement? They sided with her? Finally, it's about fucking time. Last time, there was a potential leak that one of the HoloLive girls may have a relationship. They threw her to the wolves. They said personal lives are up to the talents. Nice. Yeah, so in a nutshell, what happened Rusia is a VTuber. On stream, she got a Discord message from a pretty popular music artist, I believe. His name's, I think, Mafu. And he sent her a message while streaming. It said something like, just finished playing this. Let me know when you're done streaming. And that was it, basically. And it was on screen for like a second because it accidentally popped up on screen. And the HoloLive, well, it's not a generalization because a lot of people took her side, but there was a large portion of Rusia's fan base that lost their fucking minds about how she lied to them, how she's in a relationship and betrayed their trust. So then there was this mass exodus of people canceling their subs, revoking everything, making a huge hoopla, how she cheated on them, how their lives are ruined, saying she should burn in hell, she's the worst. Just, it got extreme. All because of a single message that popped up where they interpreted it as her having a relationship. And even if she does, obviously it shouldn't be a problem. But this whole idea, and it's not just VTubers, is some people just form that parasocial relationship where they'll only watch someone when they have this fantasy belief that they can end up with them romantically. You see it with a lot, not just with VTubers, but pretty much any streamer. And it's sad. So one thing I know about idol culture in particular is they're usually barred from ever mentioning relationships because they're supposed to represent this idea that anyone, like they're supposed to be this perfect girl, and they're supposed to portray the idea that any man could possibly be theirs. You know? They're just pure and waiting for that parasocial Andy weirdo. So when it was almost in question whether or not she truly was pure and single, they lost their fucking minds. It was wild. Yeah. Twitter got nuts. In fact, you might have seen it on Twitter because it was trending, but everyone misspelled it. Her name's Rusia, and I believe the Twitter trend was cancel Rusia, or it might have been the opposite, thank Rusia, or side with Rusia, but they misspelled it to Russia. So it was trending by accident. Or that's what it was. We love Russia instead of we love Rusia. Yeah, no, it got wacky. It was some pretty sad, embarrassing shit. Putin is mauling. Yeah, he was probably like super excited, pumping his fist like, oh my god, we got the Western audience, baby. And it's like, oh, what the fuck is this? VTuber? Waifu? What? Ugh. Yeah, again, it's not just VTubers, man. I think with VTubers, I think Ludwig made a good point. For some VTubers in the HoloLive community specifically, they do farm that parasocial interaction. Because they'll say things like, I love you, things like that. And saying I love you isn't necessarily like something you can be mad at them saying, because it's like they care about their fans. But then you get the parasocial weirdos who hear that and they're like, oh my god, she just said she loves me. It becomes an unhealthy obsession. Well, all obsessions are unhealthy. It just becomes an obsession. Man, I wish you'd say that to us more. Being fair, she makes a lot of money on GFE streams. I don't know what GFE streams are, but it's indefensible. Like I said, I think a lot of HoloLive in particular does farm the parasocial relation aspect, but nothing's her fault. She shouldn't be responsible for the mental health of the audience that for some reason fixates on the idea that she's this perfect fantasy girl that's just there for them. That's not her fault. So all the people are like, she fucking lied to us and she cheated on me. I fucking hate Rusia for this. It's not her fault. Fucking mentally ill weirdo who put his entire fixation on one person for no reason. Not even a person. Oh, true. It wasn't even Rusia, the VTuber, that got the message. It was the person behind Rusia, the VTuber. So really, they had even less reason to be upset. Because the whole point of a VTuber is supposed to give this divide between idol and fantasy. And the fantasy was never broken. It was the real-life version, the idol, that had at least a friendship or relationship with another guy. So it shouldn't have even been an issue in the first place because their fantasy waifu was still intact, still pure, or whatever. People in chat think this is exclusive to Japan. It's not. And I said that multiple times. It's not. And it's not exclusive to VTubers either. Thanks to Tier 1 Ghost Cam in the Prime Alpha. But Japan does have a very, very, very absurd idol culture. We're at the point where people are getting canceled for having a relationship. What a bunch of bullshit. That's nothing new, man. Like, in K-pop specifically, that's always been something that could ruin a career. I even talked about that fuck, it would have been like a year and a half ago now, 2 years maybe. There was, what was her name? Or actually, no, it was a guy. A guy revealed that he was actually getting married. And oh my god, K-pop stans lost their fucking mind over it. I don't remember who it was. But a guy mentioned he was getting married. At least I think it was marriage, or maybe he was seen with a girl. It's all fucking foggy now. But he got eaten alive. His label had to come out and apologize for it. Oh, it got so crazy. I don't remember who it was. I don't even remember the whole story now. But it's not like the only one of its kind. It's happened a lot. If I remember correctly, it's even in contracts where they're not allowed to publicly be in a relationship or really even have a relationship in the first place. I think it was Chin from EXO. It might have been, like I said, I don't remember. It's been a couple years now. That does sound familiar, so you might be right. Imagine divorcing because people are scumbags. Fuck the internet, bro. Well, that's the thing. No matter what you do, you're fucked. So, for a lot of the really obsessed, scary people that lost their mind over the Rusia thing where a dude just messaged her, if she came out and said, I actually hate this guy, I fucking hate him, you guys are right, I didn't mean to lie to you, I threw him to the curb and I slapped him in the face and spit on him for messaging me, that she'd still be fucked because those people will never forgive her now. There's nothing you can do once that happens. Because for some reason, relationships are just so frowned upon in idol culture. But again, in this case, it makes even less sense because it wasn't the VTuber idol, it was just a real person that they don't even know. And not even Tubin would forgive them, true. Some of Hololive do call out their viewers on their bullshit explicitly. Well, like I said, it's not just VTubers, it's not just Hololive, I'm just saying on the whole. Like, for example, Mori. I think Mori does a good job. I think Mori does a great job of keeping parasocial Andes at bay. There's a new Elden Ring trailer from 53 minutes ago. Really? Elden Ring looks bad. It's a pretty hot take. Are you talking about this? Because this isn't like an official one. This is just from a channel talking about it. Oh, it's a YouTube ad. Gotcha, I gotcha. Did you check the Shogun Method guru channels? Fuck, man, we know all about the Shogun Method. I love that. Fuck popular shit that people are excited for. Yeah, fuck you guys being excited for games. I only like garbage that's not popular. Pal World is looking nice. I keep up with Pal World. It's Pokemon with guns. This is looking good. Like, I'm exaggerating. It doesn't look like it's going to be the best game ever made or anything like that, but it looks like so much fun. Like, it looks very simple, but it looks like it'll be fun. So, what's not to like about this? It's not an MMO. At least I don't think it is. See, like, how does that not at least look enjoyable? It's such a fun idea. Pokemon with guns and torture. Like, I'm on board. Sweatshops. It comes out pretty soon, too. I think it's this summer, right? Okay, I guess they're not telling me. I'm pretty sure it comes out this summer. Is it free? No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. You can't make a game this good free. Yeah, true. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting tired.